Did you know that Texas is the second highest ranking state for human trafficking? And the Dallas-Fort Worth region accounts for 35% of the state's commercial sexual exploitation cases, even though they only have 26% of the state's entire population, stated by RescueHer.org, last updated December 7th, 2020. Unfortunately, it is a lot closer to people than we imagine.
Think about your mother, your sister, and your close friend, and imagine if you had no way of knowing whether they're safe, whether they have food or not, or if they're being abused. Imagine if your loved one was a victim of human or sex trafficking. Julia Walsh was someone's sister, someone's daughter, and she was a victim of these horrific acts.
Like most people, Julia had a hard time in high school and found it hard to connect with people. By sophomore year of college, she decided to drop out and move in with her boyfriend's family. Like in many cases, Julia's boyfriend exploited her into sex trafficking after his family kicked them out, which led to no source of income. She was not only severely beaten, but also threatened by her trafficker, saying he would harm Julia's loved ones for years. She was betrayed by someone who she thought loved her, and with how awful the story was, it's even more scary when you realize it was happening in the Grapevine, Texas, only 20 minutes away from us.
According to htcourts.org, published in January 2013, written by the Center for Public Policy Studies, it's found that 70% of local, state, and national law enforcement nationwide perceive human trafficking as rare or non-existent in their communities. The same report found that almost 70% of state and local prosecutors did not see human trafficking as a problem in their jurisdictions. This means that we need to do everything in our power to bring awareness to this issue and spread knowledge so it won't happen to others.
Ken Paxton, the General Attorney of Texas, stated human trafficking happens all over Texas, not just at the border, not just in big cities, and not just in rural areas. Texas constantly has the second highest number of calls to the National Human Traffic Hotline every year. Not only is it happening everywhere, but the majority of the law enforcement doesn't see it as an issue. And that's why it's so important to join organizations that focus on bringing awareness to sex trafficking and make it our priority to not only prevent it, but also help the victims who have been through it.
The Net Fort Worth is a nonprofit organization based in the Fort Worth area. It focuses on providing housing, employment, and mental care for different varieties of victims of sex trafficking. The organization has served over 1,000 survivors since 2012.
Not only does it give people the opportunity to become one-on-one advocates, but it seeks to empower victims to have a better future. The Net Fort Worth is preventing sex trafficking by bringing attention to this issue.
It's true when they say knowledge is key, because so many men, women, and children are exploited by sex trafficking because they lack knowledge over the issue. According to the netfw.com, last updated December 6, 2022, the organization has served over 1,000 survivors of trafficking, engaged with more than 12,000 men attempting to purchase sex, and provide dignified employment to 13 survivors. Luckily, there are so many options to get involved. Even if you can't donate or join the team, sharing the link to others will help get the word out. Our goal is to prevent sex trafficking, and by bringing awareness to this worldwide issue, we are contributing to change one step at a time.
There are many ways to get involved. If you visit the Net Foundation, you can see that there are many options to donate time and money. And not only that, but they have options to educate yourself and others on the dangers of sex trafficking. The Net is solely based on helping victims. You can donate money, join the Anti-Trafficking Summit, and do volunteer training, which can be located in the link below. They also have a group called MACE. It is Amends Against Sexual Exploitation hosted by the Net to eliminate the demand for commercial sex in Fort Worth.
The Net also has options to donate food to victims, provide ways to buy from victims' small businesses, and allows for training on how to become an advocate. The Net definitely does not have limited options. By simply clicking on the website, you can find multiple ways to join. And by helping, you are leaving an impact, which is crucial for change on this social issue.
If this seems like an organization that you are interested in helping, please scan the QR code and get involved.